Previously on the Ford Show.
Are you guys familiar with body modification clubs?
I hate this show. You ever stay in a Turkish prison? You ever hang around the gymnasium?
You ever see the grown man naked?
There it is.
I hate this show. I love when people watching, listening, leave comments, send feedback. You could email us, bigradio4@gmail.com.
Send it all. Hate, love, anything you want.
I love all of it.
Well, yeah.
But I will call you out on your bullshit.
Hell yes.
When you come and say bullshit in the
Every
comments.
time. No bullshit here.
So, this user comments on our segment only on YouTube where we were talking about Sammy Tush. And this woman, I'm assuming, because her name is Miss Sinful 75, MSSINFUL 75, comments on our YouTube, and you could see it if you guys don't believe me. But here's what she says. After watching the beginning of this video, I am sorry, but the two guys to the left, you have the audacity to blame it on the parents. Now, I should specify, I'll pause here. This is Ford talking, not Miss Sinful. The two guys on the left is myself and Badness. Even though our names are on the screen and she could see them, she has to refer to us as the two guys on the left. Fine. They have the audacity to blame it on his parents. I feel like you were bullies back in your school days, and you might still be. So you need to take it back a step. You need to take a step back at yourself because the suicide was brought on by the bullying. And the two of you sound like bullies. That's my personal opinion. The guy on the right, who's Joey Vegas, is so much calmer than the two of you. And what he is saying is pure facts. And you guys want to fight back with him. I don't know how old you are, but you guys need to grow up. You're acting like you're 10 with an eye face rolling emoji, an emoji that looks like she's just absolutely beside herself, the peace sign, and then a heart emoji.
We clearly have triggered somebody here, and I don't know what the hell they were listening to. This is called projecting. This is called somebody misconstruing words, spewing them back out onto the internet, just totally showing their cards of where they're at in their lives. Now, I don't want anyone blaming parents. What was her actual accusation that pissed her off? Are you saying we blamed the parents for the kid's suicide?
Yeah.
Because I don't blame anybody for that. If anything, I recall from that show being very objective and stating that I don't even have enough information to say who can be blamed for this. The thing is, when you take a story, and this is how all society is acting lately, and for the last several years, you take a story that tugs at your heartstrings, a tragedy, anything outside of yelling and blaming and pointing, if you're not being angry and mad and pissed off and pointing a finger and taking the whole tragedy out on one single solitary entity, if you're not doing that, they go ahead and they look at you as if you don't care. So what I do is I take a step back, I breathe a little bit, unlike I'm doing now, and then I'm going to sit there and say, well, I need to know the facts before I start. A suicide is something very delicate to go and place blame on somebody for. That is one of the most unbelievable things in the world. So, no, am I blaming parents? Absolutely not. Am I blaming the school? No, I'm not. Am I blaming the bullies? No, I don't know who to blame right now for this. It's a tragic story. A 10-year-old boy committed suicide. That blows my mind. That's sad. That needs to be worked on. That needs to be fixed. But I'm not going to sit here and out somebody that I never did and then be called out by some hidden person behind a screen who won't say their real name or use ours, and I'm not going to even give this person the benefit of the doubt or even the dignity that to get her screen name. Sorry, her screen name. I'm going to repeat it because she's not able to say our names that are on the screen. Just wanted to put a hateful comment out there of something we didn't say. This is a young boy that killed himself. I'm not joking around right now, and you're going to misconstrue my words. You look at this stuff objectively and how you could go about preventing this in the future, not just yelling and blaming because it's sad. Go ahead.
So I actually went through that video that she watched, and I have 3 elements that I would like to play from that video that she commented on and said that I was acting like a bully, and I had the audacity to blame the parents.
I will say this.
Vegas, you love to let everyone.
I will only say this. This might be residual from you laughing at this failed suicide attempt.
She didn't. No, because she didn't. That's not in this video.
Oh, okay. So that was not in the video that she's commented on. Okay,
correct.
Then that's not a valid point. Go ahead.
Off the hook.
Yeah,
Oh, this clip needed to hold on.
I don't know if the school could be held responsible.
Why not? This thing got fucked up.
Well, we got some technical difficulties here.
It got fucked up because earlier I played it just to make sure that it worked, and then this stupid thing wants to play it from where I left off.
Yeah, you got to have your timestamps set, sir, when you're ready to get onto the live stream.
Well, no. It's not a timestamp. It's a pod. I play it out of a pod. And because I played the pod earlier to make sure that it works, these stupid things aren't set to just
Are you going to play it, or should we just kind of go?
No, give me a second. I'm filling dead air right now while this thing cycles through.
Well, I was going to fill the dead air myself. If you
go ahead.
To.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you want to stick to this or get over to the Flamingo?
No, we got to stick with this.
We'll stick right onto this.
Just give me a second.
Okay. So just going back, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there, a little bit of a tirade. I want to just preface this. We need to have conversations with each other. We need to be able to talk. There was no questions in that email. There was no, hey, can you guys elaborate on what you were saying on the show? Because I saw it like this. Was that what you meant? That's how you should maybe address it. Especially something like this.
All right, I'm ready now. So these are 3 elements here that I grabbed from this video where she says that I, Ford, have the audacity to blame the parents. This is, should the school be held responsible for this kid doing this? If the parents complained over 20 times, who should be held responsible for this kid taking his own life? Because somebody needs to be held responsible. Vegas, you love to let everyone off the hook.
Yeah, I don't know if the school could be held responsible. 20 times is excessive. 20 times is excessive. But at the end of the day, the kid killed himself. It wasn't like one of the kids at the school killed him because they beat him up.
Okay, all right. But
that would be a little different.
Okay, so there's Vegas taking the blame off the school.
Yeah.
Off the school.
Yeah.
I put it on the school. I didn't put it on the parents.
Yeah, go on.
Here's element number 2.
All right, so
but if it's happening on school property, he's getting beaten up on the bus. Kids are breaking his glasses. Do you guys hear the audio, or do I need to play it again?
No, you don't play that again.
Like, this stuff is happening on school property. This isn't like it's happening, at a playground in the neighborhood. This stuff's happening at school, and they clearly don't do anything about it.
Well, do we not know that they didn't? Did they punish the kids? It doesn't say in the audio. I don't know. If they punished the kids and suspended them or whatever they do nowadays, I don't even know. Then they did what they could do. And my question is, the 10-year-old, how does he search to kill himself? Who's monitoring?
Sounds like Vegas is blaming the parents.
Who's monitoring is exactly like, okay, well then there's where he took the blame off the school. This is objective to what Joey Vegas said. This is not putting a blame on Joey Vegas for anything.
No.
But this person who's listening is either ribbing us, not listening, or has people confused on who's who on the show. That's why maybe Miss whatever your name is, you should probably use names. So then we know who you're actually talking about, because what has been said versus what you've said is not lining up. And I know Mr. Ford is going to play some more of this here, but let me tell you something about bullying and what bullying really is. Bullying is bullying. disagreeing with somebody or not having the same views as them, and they not coming and just coddling your views is not bullying, because people think anything that doesn't line up with them and any challenge to their views is a bully. That's not how it goes. It's not how it works. But go ahead.
This is the last element from this video. Life, because of the constant bullying, especially an unspecified incident in a bathroom last week left him too afraid to go to school. Well, there you go. I feel like the school should be held responsible. There I go again. What does that mean? What does that mean? Maybe that means a civil suit. Maybe that means kind of like an O.J. Goldman deal where they have to pay, some money to the family. Somebody has to be held responsible. Not just this kid's parents, because I agree with you, Vegas. I think his parents might have to take a look. But if they think that they're doing what they should be doing, and that's telling the school, and that's reporting it, and that's doing all of that, and the school's not doing anything, I think ultimately the school needs to be held responsible. And I would fully expect some kind of civil suit where that school district is going to probably have to pay out some money to this kid's parents. So there you go.
Oh, gee, thanks for playing the clip of me saying knife.
I know. I know. But you did, and if people listened to it, you did play it very right down the middle, and you did not pick a side. I blatantly outright blamed the school, and this woman says that I blamed the parents.
I blamed nobody. I blamed nothing because I need more information. You need to dig into this. Like, what did the school do? What the parents? Okay, we knew what they did. They said something to the school. What were the bullies doing? What else was this kid into? We need to just learn more about these things before we just start yelling and blaming. Like, who wants to be living in a world like that where just some tragedy happens and because we're mad and our heart hurts for it, we're just going to yell, blame, scream, and accuse? I don't do it.
All right, so we are naming the flamingo that is in our logo, and we're doing a tournament to do that. And we are down to the Elite Eight for you non-NCAA college basketball fans, or if you just fall asleep for the entire month of March every year. That means there's 8 names left. The winner of this tournament wins $50 of my cold, hard electronic money. So let me bring this up here. There we go.
All right. Well, here it is. I'm not going to review what happened and who won, but I'm going to give you because that's going to be a lot of names being read off here.
Yeah,
so I'm just going to let you know who's left. We're down to 8, okay? And these are going to be the voting, the brackets left for over the next week, starting, I believe, Sunday or Monday. So what we're going to do is lead off with Bugsy and against JJ. Jarrett will go against Pinkus. You got Gerald going against Finn. And then Paulie, the Pink Pecker, will go ahead and take on Sir Patrick Domingo, the Flamingo. So there you go. You can see it up here. There's our bracket. There's our final 8. We're going to be into the semis very soon. And in the finals before you know it for the never-ending tournament of the naming of our Flamingo.
Yeah, so this is how the plan is right now. This is the plan. Monday is one half of the Elite Eight. Tuesday is the other half of the Elite Eight. Wednesday is the Final Four, and Thursday is the finals, so that when we record Thursday night, we know who won the tournament, and then we can praise them on the show.
There you go.
So that's how we're going to do it. I already have a favorite. I already told Madness in Vegas in our little group chat.
Maybe we should invite the winner of them on,
we should.
On the floor. And then
We
they can
should.
You know what? And then we can do a little cartoon. They can be the voice of the flamingo if they want.
I'm going to top you. I'm going to top you one. And I'm going to say that we should have the 2 people that are in the finals on the show and announce it while they're both on the show waiting to figure out if they won the $50. How about that?
Well,
How
if
about
they
that?
that's true, because we do take it in from multiple sources. Twitter, I believe you're doing it on. Instagram, no?
Yeah, Instagram. I'm in a Discord doing it, and you're
Okay.
on Instagram doing it. So, yeah, they won't know who won,
Yeah,
and we could
'cause
legitimately surprise them.
We have the poll in like 4 or 5 spots, so
Yeah.
so they won't know because they don't have access to all of it, I'm sure. But we'll see. So I like that idea. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
and we'll
there we
see if
go.
we can get that lined up, for sure.
Very good.
We're good. We're good.
Good.
We
Great.
good.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So leave comments, please, but you better come correct, because if you don't come correct, we're going to correct you.
And if she decided to come back and listen, Miss Sins 76, whatever your name is, you could come on the show and we can talk about all of this. You can even have 5 minutes and you can say whatever you want to us. Okay?
Wow, you just give her 5 minutes to say whatever you
5
want?
minutes uninterrupted, but then you have to stick around for our responses. You can't decide. Go ahead.
This is the Ford Show. This is the Ford Show.
All right, there's an Ohio sex worker that's getting herself she's in some heat right now. An Ohio sex worker had more than 200 clients while knowing she was HIV positive. An Ohio sex worker allegedly had contact with more than 200 clients despite knowing that she was HIV positive. And state officials are warning that anybody who engaged in a risky business with her to come forward and get tested. Now, madness. If she looked like this, I would take my chances. You know what? I take my chances with the HIV-infested sex worker in Ohio if she looked like this.
Sure.
But unfortunately, she looked like this.
Whoa, I don't know, man. Pretty close.
And I'm not taking any chances.
Oh,
Linda Lucchesi, Lucchesi, she's 30.
okay, if you got rid of that hair and put a little like old lady wig on her, she looks 80. But go on.
Well, that's because she's got the HIV.
Well, maybe.
So she had contact with at least 211 clients from multiple states in 2 years since January 1, 2022, which is around when she took an HIV test and learned that she was positive for the potentially deadly virus. Lucchesi, we'll just call her Linda, she solicited most of those clients on Market Street in Marietta, a small city in southwest Ohio on the border of West Virginia. But the possibly infected people are believed to have spread across the East Coast. Now, look, for those of you that are not watching this video, watching this show rather on YouTube, and you can't see her, imagine like the Wicked Witch of the West with red hair, orange hair, and then throw her down a flight of stairs. Now, imagine that you want to pay for sex, right? Because like Charlie Sheen used to say, you don't pay him for sex, you pay him to leave. And this is what you're choosing?
I don't get it.
This case could stem from anywhere from Florida up the East Coast, but there are local individuals that we will be reaching out to. The Washington County Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Mark Warden said in a press conference last week, police have been calling through known clients of Linda's to alert them of the situation and are also urging anybody else who has had contact with her to reach out to authorities. They're not in trouble. This is public health awareness. This is not a scam. Anybody who may have been with Linda is asked to be brutally honest. Gotta be honest. With the Marietta Belpre Health Department. Marietta Belpre Health Department is a judgment-free zone with full confidentiality, said Barbara Bradley, Health Department Administrator, adding that relatives of Linda's clients and anybody who's had sexual contact with them are also vulnerable to the, quote, risky business, end quote. Linda was arrested on May 13 for soliciting sex on Market Street. That apparently is a no-no. After which police learned that she was HIV positive and had known for more than 2 years. The next day, she was indicted for engaging in solicitation after a positive HIV test, a third-degree felony. Like, why? Why can't you just go get a job at 7-Eleven?
Well, because you can make a lot more money.
She's not making a lot more money. Do you see this? You see this broad?
Someone's paying her.
Yeah, but you don't think a regular job can get in the same bracket?
I don't
Look
think
at her.
I'm not gonna lie. Like it's morals, man. It comes down to morals. Like you can make a lot more money by ditching your morals. Bottom line. And there's someone out there for everybody. There's people with sick fetishes and all kinds of gross shit that goes on out there. I'm not condoning this, so don't go ahead and sit there and yell at me. I just come at things objectively. I don't sit there and just say, "Oh, we'll go work at 7-Eleven." Okay, you work at 7-Eleven for $17 an hour for 8 hours when you could make that quadruple that in half an hour by turning tricks. Not the cereal.
Yeah, should I take her off the camera there?
Please, will you? You put some of the ugliest humans I've ever seen on this fucking screen. I literally have to look at my phone while this is going on. Like I stare into the eyes of these disgusting humans you throw up here. Jesus. One day you're gonna just come back to the screen. There's just be vomit all over my shirt because of these gross.
Just
people.
make sure you keep your mic unmuted.
Sorry, she's probably disturbed and probably has some trauma.
Hey,
and
that's somebody's sister.
And exactly, and I don't want to be somebody's daughter. I don't want to be a bully. Just trying to be funny. Have a little bit of fun here.
Yeah,
I'm
Miss
not
Sinful 75.
Sinful. Yeah, you want to.
By the way, Madness. Listen. By the way, she's getting tagged in the description of this show, and I tested it out. When you tag someone in the description, they are notified that they have been tagged in a video description. Miss Sinful 75's bitch ass is getting tagged.
Tag her. Good.
For sure.
Tag her. She can come on the show and bully me all she wants.
Do you know who this one is?
I don't know who that is. No.
This is the chick who made $30,000 in 2 days when she flashed the Dublin portal that's in New York City. She flashed the port. Have you heard about the portal that was in New York City? Okay.
Yes.
Well, this girl flashed it. And then the people in Dublin all started beating off. And then they shut down the portal. And here she is.
This world is very bizarre. Very strange world we live in. There's a lot of people with
$30,000 in 2 days.
The old saying of sex sells is true on all levels, as you just saw.
30,000 in 2 days.
One of the greatest things you can do is have control of your damn libido.